Gather around, PureSkill family. This is your boy Sharif, and I'm back at it with another video. Alright, let's get into it. Today we're gonna be style swapping the Marvel Rivals game and the Brawl Stars game, and you already know what it is by the title and thumbnail. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna be style swapping, as I said, and I decided to choose Storm as a character to turn into a Brawl Stars character. Storm is a character that I actually like personally. I like the comic style version of her. I feel like she is unique to Marvel Rivals. I think that's like her biggest appearance from the actual Marvel franchise. She does have like a couple scenes or movies that she's in and whatnot. I liked her comic storyline, the fact that she was the queen of Wakanda for a little bit. She's not a Wakandan, but she just was married to T'Challa. Then they got into a fight once the Avengers and the X-Men had beef. So I just like that storyline. I wish it was in the MCU. Whether it comes to MCU later, we don't know. I'm not sponsored by Marvel, and I'm not sponsored by Brawl Stars. So look, hopefully we could get me that information one day. I always love little insides of those detailings and whatnot. I like all of that. I'm a big Marvel's fan. So I chose Storm, and let's just talk about the art style of Brawl Stars real quick. Brawl Stars art style was actually pretty simple, and we're gonna talk about the Marvel Rivals Brawl Star art style. Brawl Stars style, though, it was pretty simple. It kind of just has that bobblehead, big head, little body look, and it's very simple with the shading. It has simple colors, just the two tones for highlights and shadows, and one of the things I found unique about this style was they all, like, not all the characters in Brawl Stars have this, but they enjoy big eyebrows. I don't know why, but full eyebrows to Brawl Stars is just, that's their thing. So I made sure to include that in my style, and then I also took the liberty of changing the style for Storm in character in and of itself. I didn't change it completely. Like, you look at it and it's still Storm, but I kind of added like a collar, and gave the collar like the panther claws, because I always like to emphasize her royalty in Wakanda. And then I don't know what these are called, but they have like little laces, and they had that in the Marvel Rivals design, and I wanted to include that in my design, but I changed the color to gold because I feel like that would be better. But nevertheless, that's what I chose, and this is the final piece for Marvel Rivals character Storm turned into a Brawl Stars character. I hope you guys like it. I think I included some Panther logos in the background because I just felt like Brawl Stars, they kind of have these logos in the background for Brawl Stars the game, but I put Panther circles because I felt like that would be cool, and it shows her connection. I always like to emphasize her connection to Wakanda. Next, I chose Bull. I chose Bull as a Brawl Stars character to turn into a Marvel Rivals character. So, Bull is a character that I enjoy playing in Brawl Stars. Bull is a character I enjoy playing in Brawl Stars. Right out the box, you don't even have to upgrade him much. You get Bull and he is doing damage. Like, 2 hits, you open up boxes. 2 hits, you're like killing most of the characters. I like Bull. Bull is one of my favorite characters. Another character I like is Jessie. Jessie, she's a great character. I like her turret abilities and her star powers. You do have to upgrade her a lot to like do more damage, but then again, just her power in general, I like using that straight out the box. But if you guys want me to continue these types of videos, like, subscribe, comment, that way I know you like it and I can continue doing them. I love the turnout that you guys have for the Rick and Morty video, and there will be more who will win videos coming. What's it called? But if we was to describe the Marvel Rivals art style, difficult. Just difficult. It took me about 7.5 hours to complete this man's painting right here. Now, one of the things I want to just talk about as art styles in general is the fact that art style, if you're an artist out there and you're focused on your art style and how you draw or whatnot, I want you guys just to not do that. Don't focus on it. Art style is like handwriting. It's just a fancy word. When you learn to write words, you're taught the same way as all your other peers, and you guys' handwritings pretty much look the exact same. It's like beginner. You're like learning how to write an A, you're learning how to write a B, you're learning how to write a C. And then once you've learned all your ABCs and you learned how to write, when you're not being instructed to do so or how to do it over and over, your own natural handwriting begins to form and take over. So it's the same thing with art. You learn the fundamentals of art. You learn art and how you do it. And once you've done it a billion times, you've done it and you practiced it, and you're doing it without instruction, that's when your natural handwriting or art style is going to come out, I should say. So don't worry about that if that's something you focus on. But I say that to say copying another art style is difficult, and because you're not writing your native hand style. But that's in general. But like I said, the Brawl Stars hand art style was like simple in terms like you can pick it up pretty quickly. Look, Marvel Rivals, they kind of have like a painterly hand style. It's like painterly, like if you was painting and then you turn around and ink it like if you was in a comic book, and then they have these highlights on their characters, like if it's neon, like they have these purple, these pink and blue neon hot rim lights on their characters. That was actually the most fun part. I'd save that for the last part. But their characters, they can make any character look dangerous. Any character, the nicest character, be dangerous. They just add a bunch of hard, sharp angles, and all of those angles, they cut them up and it's really sharp, which I want to clarify is completely opposite to the soft, circular style of Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars characters are all round and bubbly and fun. Take that and then turn it into Marvel Rivals. That's a job and a half right there. What's it called? Marvel Rivals, they put their own spin on like every character. Not saying you can't recognize their characters. Like if you look at Iron Man in Marvel Rivals, you notice it's Iron Man, but at the same time it just has their own taste or flavor to it. I don't know how to describe it. So I also made sure to include that in Bull's character. Like I didn't directly copy every detail from Bull, but like I made his trench coat way longer. It in the game, it's not even a trench coat, it's more like just a jacket with the ripped sleeves. Then I made his cowboy boots like way more cowboyish, and his shotgun, I made it more mechanical, I should say, and then I added like that ring in the front of the shotgun that he has. I kind of made it like just a tag or whatnot, because all of Marvel Rivals characters are like more realistically proportioned and whatnot. So I kind of wanted to include that. Now, something that I feel like is important to discuss is the fact that the goon culture behind Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals has a strong goon culture because of the girls that they created in the game. Very curvy, very seductress, very how should I say, hourglass build. That's like every girl in the game. Now, I'm a guy, so I never was paying attention to the guys' builds, but because I had to design a guy, for this video, I had to pay attention to how the guys was built. And it made me realize that you guys focus on the girls and are gooning over the girls because y'all nasty. But, that's what y'all are doing. Nevertheless, the guys are actually ideally built too. All of the guys have broad shoulders, big arms. They look like they're in the gym every single day, 24 hours. That's what all the guys look like in the game as well. And I think I don't even no more want to blame, like, I felt it was a funny joke that all the girls was like that, and that the designers in the Marvel Rivals room was thinking like that. But once I had to design a character myself, I realized I really think that their idea wasn't even to do that. I think their ideas was just to make all the characters in ideal bodies. Like, they just gave all the characters ideal bodies. So I made sure to include that with the Bull character. The Bull character in and of itself, I feel like would actually be more of a pudgy character, or like if I did it in my style, I would make Bull more of a potbelly kind of character with a shotgun and whatnot. But for Marvel Rival style, I made sure to give him an ideal body shape, made him very muscular, very broad shoulders, very puffed chest. And I was inspired by Wolverine and the Punisher. I made sure to kind of like use a lot of the things that those two characters had. You can see my reference board for both characters in general. I did a lot of studying and whatnot for these too. But nevertheless, here is the final piece of Bull as a Marvel Rivals character, and here you go. I want you guys to like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you guys think of the drawings, tell me what you guys think if I nailed the art style. Tell me, it just tells me a lot and lets me know what type of videos you guys like to see on this channel. Thanks a lot. I'll see y'all in the next one.